श्री श्री राधा माधव अष्ट सखी वृंद की, श्री श्री पंचतत्व की, लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की, समावेद गौर भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuvannmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shrinyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Ajanulambita Pujo Kanaka Vadhatau Sankirtanaika Pitarau Kamalayatakshav Vishwambharau Dvijavarau Yugadharma Palau Vande Jagat Priyakarau Karunavataro Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahoditau Gaudodaye Pushpavantau Chitrau Shamdau Tamonudau Anarpitacharim Chirat Karunayadavatirna Kalau Samarpayitum Unnatojvalarasam Sabhaktim Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Dhyutik Kadamba Sandhipitaha Sada Hriday Kandare Swaratau Vashachinandanaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Yapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Mushabano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tirbhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Please repeat this verse. You can have this fan, but slow if you want to have it. Huh? If you put it fast, I get sneezing. Slow, it's all right if you want. Etavatyeva Shushrusha Karya pitari putrakaihi Badham iti anumanyeta Gauravena guror vachaha Edavatyeva shushrusha Karya pitari putrakaihi Badham iti anumanyeta Gauravena guror vachaha. All Prabhujis together. All Prabhujis. Edavatyeva shushrusha karya pitari putrakaihi badham yityanumanyeta gauravena guror vachaha. All Matajis together. Huh? Etavati, to this extent. Eva, exactly. Sushrusha, service. Karya, ought to be rendered. Pitari, to the father. Putrakaihi, by the sons. Badham iti, accepting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anumanyeta, you should obey. Gauravena, with due deference. Guroho, of the Guru. Vachaha, commands. Translated purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Sons ought to render service to their father exactly to this extent. One should obey the command of his father or spiritual master with due deference, saying, Yes, sir. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Two words in this verse are very important. One word is Pitari and another word is Guroho. The son or disciple should accept the words of his spiritual master and father without hesitation. Whatever the father and spiritual master order should be taken without argument. Yes, there should be no instance in which the disciple or the son says, This is not correct, I cannot carry it out. When he says this, he is fallen. The father and the spiritual master are on the same platform because the spiritual master is the second father. The higher classes are called Dvija, twice born. Whenever there is a question of birth, there must be a father. The first birth is made possible by the actual father, and the second birth is made possible by the spiritual master. Sometimes the father and the spiritual master may be the same man, and sometimes they are different men. In any case, the order of the father or the order of the spiritual master must be carried out without hesitation, with an immediate yes. There should be no argument. That is the real service to the father and to the spiritual master. Vishnu Thakur has stated that the order of the spiritual master is the life and soul of the disciples. As a man cannot separate his life from his body, a disciple cannot separate the order of the spiritual master from his life. If a disciple follows the instruction of the spiritual master in that way, he is sure to become perfect. This is confirmed in the Upanishads. The import of Vedic instruction is revealed automatically only to one who has implicit faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead and in his spiritual master. One may materially be considered an illiterate man, but if he has faith in the spiritual master, as well as in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the meaning of scriptural revelation is immediately manifested before him. So, one father of a brahmachari has been repeatedly asking his son back. And I told the son also, go back home and meet your father and everything. Later on, when I went to that city, I had gone to their house and for a Bhagavatam installation program. So father got the Bhagavatam. He's a retired man. So he read the Bhagavatam and he came across this verse. And then, so he said, I want to meet Radheshyam ji. Yeah? And then when I had gone to the city the next year, he brought this verse and said, see here, Bhagavatam says the son should obey father. So you should show this verse to my son and send him back home. I want him to join an IT company, and I want him to go to America and start his own big business. uh, and I want him to be normal like other people, watching cinemas, going for parties, doing all these things. Then I told him, see, according to Bhagavatam, the father is expected to lead the son towards enlightenment. Uh, Like, mother shows hand to father, father shows hand to guru, guru shows hand to God, and finally you attain God. Uh, God's lotus feet, you attain. Mata, Pita, Guru, Dev, all four are important for us. At the same time, I told him, you want to lead your son away from God. Huh? You want him to, in the name of being normal, you want him to do materialistic activities. Huh? You, first of all, you should save yourself. You are a retired man and you are reading newspaper and watching TV and going for a walk with grandson. And he has a circle of, you know, some old senior citizens who are talking about government politics, who should be ruling the country. They're talking politics, civics, sociology, and they're having debates, sitting in park, Mm. and are playing cards. So first, you should yourself become a devotee, and then you are asking. You won't even ask your son come back, because right now you are already 68. You should be in the ashram already, because you are in which age now? Vanaprastha age. Instead of calling your son back, you should come and join. Then he said, okay, okay, now I understand. Let him continue, no problem. So, the father should be like a real father. The father is actually one who has to, like mother, ideal mother is Suniti. She sent her son to Narada. Better go to the forest, meet Narada and see Lord Vishnu. And Rishabhadev called his 100 sons, made them sit and gave first class Upadesh. Nayam Deho Dehabajam Riloke Ashtan Kaman Arhate Vidbujamye Tapodivyam Putraka Yena Sattvam Shuddhyate Asmat Brahmasokyantu Anantam. My dear sons, right now take up the Divya Tapasya, and out of his 100 sons, the first son was Bharat Maharaj, who became so famous. The whole India is called by his name, Bharatvarsh, isn't it? Uh, and all the other 99 sons were subordinate to their eldest brother, who was a very ideal king. Later on, that's the same Bharat Maharaj who goes to the forest. And then later on, he becomes a Jada Bharat, correct? No? A very, very great soul. And then 9 brothers, they became Navayogendras, Paramahamsas. And they became so exalted Paramahamsas, they can even fly in the sky. They came flying to the assembly of Maharaj Nimi. In the 11th canto, you will read. They went beyond the Varnashrama. Raman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, they became Paramahamsa Mahabhagavats. 9 of them. They spoke amazing knowledge in the 11th canto. And another 80, another 10 of them, another 9 of them, apart from Bharat, another 9 of them, they became Kshatriyas. So Bharat awarded them different parts of the world. You rule this part, you rule this part. So divided the world into 10 parts and gave them the rule. So they were all ruling. Another 80 of them, they became Brahmins, who studied the Vedas and performed rituals and everything. This goes to show in one family itself, we can have Brahman, Kshatriya, and Paramahamsas also, correct? No? That means Vedas are not talking about you being Brahman based on your birth, based on Guna Karma Vibhagasha. You can quote this example. But Bharat was an ideal father. He guided them towards Krishna, isn't it? So, and spiritual master is the second father, it is said. Why? The material father gives birth to the body, but spiritual master awakens the sleeping soul and helps the soul connect with the Supreme Father, Krishna. Therefore, how we should serve him, and that is going to be explained here. So in the first slide here, Prabhupada says that how could Guru take care of 100 disciples? So Guru will only take care of 10 disciples and nicely train them thoroughly, and then those 10 disciples will teach another 10. each. And in this way, about 100 disciples can be taken care by Guru very easily. Extending the same principle, we have this counseling system. Ideally speaking, like for example, one Guru, like my spiritual master in Bombay in 1993, instituted the counselor system in Bombay. Then we followed it in Pune also. So for the Grihasthas, we have Grihastha counselors. For Brahmacharis, we have Brahmachari counselors. And for the students also, we have initially Brahmachari counselors. And if they want to marry, they will be later on transferred to Grihastha counselors. Now, what is the advantage in this counseling system? Yeah, Mataji may not be able to approach her spiritual master directly, but she has a senior Mataji from whom she can take inspiration and ideal example, and she can follow, and she can even intimately talk about the family issues and take help also. Same with the married man, he can take help from another married senior. How the senior is blissfully practicing Krishna consciousness. He also has a family, and I have a family. How he is able to practice? So that's called Guhyamakyati Prichati. Similarly, boys, who are not yet married, who have not decided the ashram, they take guidance from brahmacharis. Why? Because a young boy would go to the Gurukula. Whether you want to marry or not marry, everybody has to go to Gurukul. So voice is like a jet age Gurukul. Huh? Everybody goes to Gurukul. And then after training, you decide what ashram I want to take. Huh? So in case some of you decide that I want to be brahmacharis, then brahmacharis continue to guide you. Huh? And some of you decide that I want to marry, then when you cross 24, 25, then you'll be put in touch with grihasthas. And because generally you marry at 28, 3-4 years before marriage, you are in touch with grihasthas. And then you get guidance on how to become a successful householder devotee. Huh? In this way, the counseling. So the counselor is also like some kind of guru who guides you. So then there will be Shiksha Gurus. So anybody who just reads book with you is not a Shiksha Guru. Shiksha is a very, very big word. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru should be treated equally, it is said. You've seen that? One place. So people may wonder, what is this? Like one His Holiness Jayapataka Swami's disciple came to Pune, and then he said, my special master has told me that here locally His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj is GBC in Pune, along with His Holiness Gopaksha Maharaj, and both of them are together GBC. So my spiritual master said, I have to take him as my Shiksha Guru here locally. So can you please introduce me to him? He said. I said, it's not very easy. It's difficult to meet him personally. But I can convey what you said. You write a letter, I can pass it on to him. Like that I told him. So in ISKCON, when there are many people who give Diksha, and then there are people who give Shiksha also. Then there are people who give Vartma Pradarshak, we call it. Vartma Pradarshak means the devotee who escorts you in the early days. He is just like Naren is bringing Abhay to meet Bhaksan Saraswati Thakur. Pada Pradarshak. Correct, no? Vartma Pradarshak or Pada Pradarshak. He got him to Bhaksan Saraswati Thakur and left him in front of the Guru, and then that's how Prabhupada got connected to Bhaksan Saraswati Thakur. So somebody must have connected us, showed direction to ISKCON, our devotees. Now, real meaning of Shiksha Guru means the Shiksha of a devotee which affects you, influences you, transforms your heart, uplifts you, purifies you, which you take very, very seriously to your heart. And the Shiksha Guru is one who actually has touched and transformed the lives of large number of people. It's not and it is not also just YouTube following. Somebody has say 10 million YouTube followers, for example. Can we say big Shiksha Guru? It is not just based on. So therefore, yesterday we said the real meaning is how much you have changed their lives, how they were before and how they are now. There are many people who don't hear the full lecture also on YouTube, correct? No? They hear about 2-3 minutes and then they close it. Then they jump to something else. Correct, no? And many people don't follow also. How many of you know people who know a lot but don't follow anything? You don't know? There are many people, even some of us may be like that also. Correct, no? Actually, we know what is the right thing to do. Huh? But they will not do it. Huh? There are many reasons why you may not do it. There may be difficulty in implementing. Huh? There may be resistance from mind, or we may not be prepared to implement it. We may think that I will do it later, not now. Thoda, huh? That's difficult now. Huh? Baad mein dekhenge. Huh? So, in this way, we have to tangibly, practically transform the lives of people. Then that is actually Shiksha. So there is one paper submitted to GBC by His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj. Uddharaka Guru, that's the name of the paper. Huh? So in that he has quoted a lot of Shastric references. Who actually delivers you? Huh? Who is that? Because this is a big question. Now currently GBC is going to publish a paper on Shiksha, Diksha and all these things. It's going to come very soon. Huh? It will come. Actually, there are 6 agents who deliver you. The Diksha Guru, the Shiksha Gurus. Gurun, we say, no? Vandeham, Shri Guru, Shri Yuda, Padakamalam, Shri. Gurun means spiritual masters. There are many. Even Bruyuhu Stigdasya Shishyasya Guravoho, Guravaha. He doesn't say Guru. He says Guravaha Guhyam Apyuta. That means you have earned the blessings of spiritual masters, he says. So there can be many Shiksha Gurus. Like my spiritual master is Parampuja Radhanath Maharaj, but I have many other Shiksha Gurus like His Holiness Gopaksha Maharaj, His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, His Holiness Sachipadas Maharaj. I take inspiration from many of them like that. I meet them also many times personally and ask questions and they learn also. There can be many Shiksha Gurus like that. So, the Diksha Guru, Shiksha Gurus, then another deliverer is a holy name. And Nam also delivers people, like it can liberate a person also. And another deliverer is the scriptures. The scriptures also, they can also deliver a person, scriptural knowledge. Another deliverer is the Shraddha that you have, the Shraddha of the individual. One's individual person's Shraddha. And another one, 6th one, is the individual person's endeavors, cheshta. So all these things put together is the deliverer. Now, in these 6 deliverers, you may have more proportion. For some people, lot of strength comes from, uh, actually, when you say scripture, the scripture for us is given by Srila Prabhupada. So, Acharya. Because Acharya is the one who gives you, this is what you have to follow, correct? Na? The Prabhupada's books and scriptures should be put together. Because we don't know, scriptures are oceanic. And for us, Prabhupada's books are Vedavak for us. Because he has assimilated all the scriptures and given us the quintessence. So our firm faith in our Acharyas, commentaries, and studying of his books and then assimilating them and developing firm faith. That is the scriptures and Prabhupada. So in this way, some people have lot of faith in Prabhupada, 90% faith in Prabhupada. And then the balance 10% may be in all other 5 things. Somebody has 50% faith in Prabhupada, 40% faith in weightage, I am saying, Guru. For some people, I follow my Guru because he follows Prabhupada. For other people, I follow my Guru and Prabhupada happens to be his Guru. Like that. For some people. And for some people, the Shiksha is very powerful. Some of them are only under Shiksha Guru. They don't ever get to access Diksha Guru at all. Or once in a while they may meet like that. Like that. The Shiksha carries a lot of weight like that. And some people have deep faith in scriptures. Where the walk means it's finished. I don't need any more evidence. Scriptures are saying this must be true. A firm faith. And some people, for them, holy name is everything. They will say that I have what a kind of person I was and how the holy name has changed me. They have firm faith in holy name. Like that. So in this way, there is a combination of multiple parameters that purify our heart and uplift us and elevate us. Nevertheless, in all these items, Srila Prabhupada our Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus, these are very important for us because it is through them that we get the scriptures, we get the holy names, we get faith and all these things. So that therefore, we should have a daily practice of hearing Prabhupada at least 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Hearing, I'm not only saying reading Prabhupada books. Hearing is more powerful than reading. Because early morning when you put on Prabhupada, he will just smash our illusion very strongly. Uh, Actually, the way Prabhupada speaks, speaks the knowledge of here, I'm getting cold. You know, the way he speaks it very forcefully, with great conviction. That words of conviction will enter deep into our heart. And similarly, one should hear one's spiritual master also. One is taking Diksha from somebody, and then you can hear other Shiksha Gurus over and above that. Some fixed timing we should have, 15 or 20 minutes at least, Prabhupada and spiritual master daily. Over and above that, you can also, if somebody's Shiksha is very positively influencing you and helping you to uplift your consciousness within ISKCON. I have that you have to say now, within ISKCON. Otherwise, people think we can hear anybody within the fold of ISKCON society. If you hear, then you will make very good progress by hearing properly. So the hearing and reading Prabhupada books, this is like Shravanadi Jal. In the CC it is said, which means when you have a creeper, you water the creeper, and the creeper will grow, it will become a sapling, it will become a big mango tree, then it will produce mangoes. Similarly, your Bhakti Lata grows from the Bhakti Lata Bij. Now, what is that Bij? If you read, you will read in the Madhya Lila 19th chapter, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This Bija is not Krishna Prem Bij. People sometimes think Bhakti Lata Bij means must be Krishna Prem. No. Krishna Prem is already there in your heart. This Bija is what? It is methods, ideas, plans, program, blueprint, direction, guidance. These kind of things Prabhupada says in that purport. That is actually called bija. For example, to put it more simply, when you were all college, the beginning year, first year student, you didn't know much spiritual knowledge. But when you came to these programs, you read Prabhupada books and understood. I have to chant 16 rounds. Follow 4 regulative principles. And in the morning program, 64 regulative principles given by Srila Rupa Goswami. Accepting Charanamrit, bowing down to Lord, bowing down to Acharya, chanting and dancing, circumambulating the deity, going out on Harinam, Sankirtan, isn't it eating only prasad? Like the 64 principles are there. So these 64 principles given by Rupa Goswami and what Srila Prabhupada has taught, all these things is like ideas, plans, program, by which the love of God hidden in your heart can be unfolded. And therefore, these plans initially are given to you in a dormant state. Now you have to develop it. Say, I will tell you something in your language. Say, one of you is a BTech student. You did your BTP, BTech project, and you submitted. Now you're going to go for MTech. While doing BTech, your professor suggested you to do on something, some subject, like I did on finite element modeling, for example, and boundary element modeling. So I did something on this in my BTech. So when I went for my master's MTech, there my MTech guide told me that, oh, what you have done in BTech is very good. Now, same thing we will take, finite element modeling. I will give you some guidance, direction. You go to the library and you research some 40 to 50 papers. So I went and I researched, and then after researching all of them, I underlined and then produced a summary to him. Then he told me to define a problem. You define a problem, and then how will you do this? How will you solve it? So I am a novice. I am a budding person in that field. But my guide is very experienced. So he escorted me. Then we published some papers together. Now, in case I go abroad for doing my PhD, I may develop in the same direction, correct? No? So one may develop. So in this way, you will find, for me to progress in that field of finite element modeling, there are experienced people who have published already many papers. He is like a genius in that field. Now, I am a novice, but he is a genius. And he will give me plans, ideas, programs, direction, guidance, everything by which I can also develop in that field. Same manner, Guru is like a genius in the spiritual line. He is very evolved and highly realized, and with deep conviction is practicing. I am a novice, so I am coming in. So he gives the Bhakti Lata Bij. Bij means he gives a program. Okay, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regs, take only prasad. So the initial instructions that he is giving you, if you faithfully follow, you win his heart. Correct or not? Then he'll give you further instructions, further guidance, further follow. Correct, no? Just like when you join a company, initially they give you GET, graduate engineering training, provisionally. 6 months you prove yourself, then they make you permanent. Correct, no? Then they give you double the salary. And you continue nicely. There was one boy in Pune, he joined as a GET. Within 3 to 4 years, they made him team lead. And he was so busy in his job, very creative, very innovative, very hardworking, determined, committed. Very good results he produced. They made him team lead in 3 years only. And 4th year, they sent him abroad to Germany or somewhere. And he came back after 1 year. When he came back, immediately they gave him a big package. And seventh year or so, they made him project manager. In a very... Yeah. On the other hand, I saw another boy join. He was a GET and he was provisional. They kept him provisional for 3 years. They could not make him permanent because he couldn't prove himself. And his performance was not great. So they could not promote him. Correct, no? So in company, you have performance appraisal. Similarly, in the path of Bhakti Yoga also there is performance appraisal. But here performance appraisal is much different than company. Here, all that counts is your sincerity. If Guru sees that a disciple is faithfully following the initial instructions that he has given, then only he can give you further instruction. If you are not even following the preliminary instruction, can you give further? Like many of you boys, you bring new boys. The new boy keeps coming to your center and going, takes prasad, but doesn't chant 1 round also. Can you teach him further? You can actually want to teach him, but that fellow is not prepared. He is not prepared. So then you may be thinking, okay, at least let me bring him to 1 round first. Correct, no? One boy said, Prabhuji, I am chanting 4. He said, what? 4 rounds, he said, 4 times. Only 4 Mahamantras every day. That's all he's chanting. So then, this poor fellow, how can you give him more? He is not even able to take the load of 1 round also. So therefore, the disciples who faithfully follow Guru's instruction, and Guru is convinced, this fellow is building up very nicely, I can give him more. So in this way, then your Bhakti Lata Bij grows. And how does it grow? By hearing and chanting. So chanting the holy name and similarly hearing the holy fame. When you do these 2 things, then your creeper of Bhakti Yoga grows very nicely. Then gradually it becomes a sapling. Sapling is very tender. In the wind it can be knocked down, or somebody can uproot it also. Whereas the same sapling, when it grows bigger and bigger, it becomes a thick tree with a thick stem. Now can it be knocked down? You can't even move it. It is very sturdy and deep roots it has in the ground. So that is called Nishtha, Nishtha stage. Shraddha, Sav, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriya, Anarthana, Vritti, Nishtha. So beyond Nishtha, a devotee's conviction is like rock-like conviction. Then a devotee can now progress and then flowers are produced, and the fruit is what? Krishna Prem. That is, the tree grows up to Brahma Jyoti and beyond Brahma Jyoti also, enters Goloka, and there it produces the fruit of Krishna Prem. But watering is done here. Where? Because your Shravana Rijal is going on. You keep hearing, chanting, serving, but the tree is growing, Krishna Prem it produces there. That means you attain the Siddha Deha. You started with Sadhana Deha and you attain Siddha Deha. Now Goswamis have a Sadhana Deha also, but they also have attained Siddha Deha. Siddha Deha means spiritual form. Swarupya Siddhi. you can attain that, even while being here. That means when you chant the holy name, gradually your Swarupa, when it is revealed, one is a Gopa or a Gopi or whatever in the spiritual world. So by progressing this tree to that stage, and that progress actually primarily depends on shelter of Guru, surrender to Guru, and faithfully implementing the instructions taught by Guru. Huh? See, one of you can read this one. Yeah, read.
Out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with the bona fide spiritual master. By the grace of Krishna, by the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person receives the seed of the creeper of devotional service.
ब्रह्मांड ब्रह्मित कौन भगवान जी बोलिए ब्रह्मांड ब्रह्मित कौन भगवान जी गुरु कृष्ण प्रसाद पाए भक्ति लता बीजा understood no? Say Guru Krishna prasade paye. He gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna. By their mercy he gets Bhakti Lata Bij, which I told you. Huh? The idea, the program, the plan, guidance, direction, all these things. So, read that.
The spiritual master and Krishna are two parallel lines. The train on two tracks move forward. The spiritual master and Krishna are like these two tracks. They must be served simultaneously. Krishna helps one to find bona fide spiritual master, and bona fide spiritual master helps one to understand Krishna. If one does not get bona fide spiritual master, then how he can ever understand Krishna? You cannot serve Krishna without spiritual master, or serve just spiritual master without serving Krishna. They must be served simultaneously.
If one accepts only Krishna and says there is no need of Guru, I have direct relation with Krishna, he's called Sahajya. Huh? Sahajya means, the Sahajya people sometimes wear sari also sometimes. Sometimes they imitate the gopis. And many of them go to Vrindavan and do Govardhan Parikrama and all and live singly, not accepting any guru. Then they fall prey to illicit sex and all. Prabhupada says when they fall prey to illicit sex with widows in Vrindavan, then these people become dogs, pigs, and monkeys in Vrindavan, maybe for 1 or 2 or 3 lifetimes. But they get the chance to be in the dham and become monkeys and dogs and pigs because they have some attraction for Krishna, but that is not properly guided by a guru. Huh? So don't become sahajya. And if somebody accepts only guru and doesn't accept Krishna, he is called Mayavadi. Because Mayavadi, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guru, this kind of sloka, they are the fellows who recite. They make Guru only Parabrahma. See, Guru should be respected like Parabrahma, but Guru is not Parabrahma. Guru is also Brahma only. Huh? Guru is servant of God. Prabhupada said, if any Guru says, I am God, Prabhupada said, he is. So, if you simply accept Guru as God and not accept God, that's what I was telling yesterday. I would like to go to, some of the temples of Shirdi Sai Baba people. Very nice people. They have some Shraddha, faith. But the Shraddha should be guided. Tell me your affection, worship of Shirdi Sai Baba is good. But kindly put on Krishna on the opposite side. Just like here. You worship Krishna Balram as Gaurnitai. So Shirdi Sai Baba is a devotee. Don't make him God. So sometimes our devotees have done program in their temple because they give free hall. They say, come and use it. I told the devotees, don't just use their hall. Teach them also the right thing. Correct, no? You should enlighten them. Prabhuji, they give free. They don't charge anything. Say, that is all right. But they are giving you hall free. You give knowledge free. To them, correct, no? You tell them. They say, Prabhu, we don't want to tell them anything. Otherwise, they will not give the hall. I said, then you are a cheater. You should teach. You are a teacher or a cheater. A teacher means you should teach them the truth. We are not offending any guru. But we want to teach them. Guru should be respected like God, but Guru is not God. Correct, no? So, Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra, it means you should treat him like Sakshat Hari. Why we say, why Guru should be respected like Hari? Because in this, for the Jiva, the Hari is the most dear to our heart. He is Priya, Atmeshwara, Suhrit. Prahlad says, Lord is most dear to Jiva. Actually, even you are not dear to yourself also. Krishna is more dear to you than yourself also. In this world, our body is very dear. And bodily relationships are also very dear. But you will see that Krishna is Suhrit, means he's a heart-to-heart friend. He's the dearest of all for us. He's Atmatmana. Atmatmana means he's the soul of the soul. So therefore, because Prabhupada and our Guru are gifting us Krishna, they are our best friends also. We say Tidikshava, Karunika, Suhrida Sarvadehinam. They are also called Suhrid because they are gifting us Krishna. That's why. So Guru and Krishna should be simultaneously worshipped. Here, look at the altar here. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna and Nityananda is Guru. So we are worshipping Guru and Krishna together. Correct, no? Similarly, you see Naranarayan Rishi. Nara is Arjuna and Narayan is Krishna. So Arjuna is our role model. Prabhupada says in the Bhagavad Gita, follow in footsteps of Arjuna, you can attain Krishna. So we are worshipping Narayan Rishi like that. In the same manner, you will see in ISKCON, we accept Prabhupada as Acharya, and Prabhupada is leading us to Krishna. So Guru, Acharya and Krishna both should be accepted. Not that you accept only one. So Balaram is the Adi Guru, who is giving strength. This I will not go into details. This will take some time, but I want to show some of these things. Read this.
The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead.
Yeah. So, we should fear to be duplicitous to Guru. Why? Because he is a representative of Krishna, and Krishna is in his heart, Krishna is in our heart also. So, by being transparent and loyal to Guru and following the path laid by him properly, we will easily attain Krishna's mercy. Krishna Prapti hoy, yaha hoite. Correct, na, he says. So very easily you can do Krishna Prapti. Yahara prasade bhai, ye bhava tariya jai. So you can cross over this ocean of material nescience and go back to Godhead if you faithfully follow him. From the bottom of your heart. If you see any kinds of pockets of resistance in your heart or some bottlenecks in your surrender to Guru, identify them, write them down, and then feel free to ask questions. Go to some seniors and ask you what causes you to have some reservations in properly surrendering to Prabhupada and Guru and instructions. And then those pockets of resistance could be nullified by enlightenment. In this way, because as it says here, like we say, Chakudan Dilojay, and not only I want to serve Guru now, I want to serve him birth after birth. So, in this way, Guru actually manifests, like Balaram is Adi Guru, and he manifests as Nityananda also. Nityananda is also Adi Guru. Now, they are manifesting through the mouths of various Gurus in this world. Like we may have different Gurus. You say, Param Puja Gopaksha Maharaj, Param Puja Jayapataka Maharaj, Param Puja Ranath Maharaj, Param Puja Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Param Puja Radhagovind Maharaj, Param Puja Lokanath Maharaj, Param Puja Navagendra Maharaj. These are all different names. But through their mouths, the Adi Guru is manifesting as sound vibration. Now, not only these Diksha Gurus, then next to that, there is a grand disciples of Prabhupada. They are also becoming Diksha Gurus now. Correct, no? His own as Haladhar Maharaj, his own as Bhakti Prem Maharaj, his own as Bhakti Vaishnava Ashray Maharaj, like that. Now, it is not that Krishna can manifest only through the Diksha Guru mouth and below that people are all unqualified. No. There can be many Shiksha Gurus also from whose mouth Krishna can manifest. In fact, Guru is not only male members. Now, there are many Matajis also. If they faithfully practice, Krishna can manifest through their mouth also. Correct, no? You can see, many ladies in ISKCON also. You see, Nitai Sevani Mataji is a very powerful preacher in South, isn't it? Similarly, Daivi Shakti Mataji. Similarly, you find Vishaka Mataji, Urmila Mataji, Rukmini Mataji. These are all people, with the open Bhagavatam, they can explain like anything. Krishna can manifest through the mouths of men, women, Diksha Gurus, Shiksha Gurus. That way, he says our Rahugana says he can manifest even from the mouth of children also, like Chatush Kumaras. Huh? They were Ardha Dasha Vayasaha, it is said. Ardha Dasha means how much? 5 years. Huh? They are just 5 years old. It's manifesting from them. So Lord can manifest from the mouth of many people. Anyone who is able to manifest Krishna through their mouth by dint of very pure, sincere practice, uh, that they are actually Guru for us. Guru, in that way, Guru can manifest. And then the Guru is who? The Guru is a tattva, it's a principle which manifests like that. And then if that is touching your heart and transforming your heart, one should take that very seriously. But in order to not have too much of random variety like what I am saying now, therefore you are given something officially, you have given a counselor, you are given a Diksha Guru, and also you take Shiksha from, 1, 2, 3, 4, some few Shiksha Gurus. Ultimately, all these people are supposed to make your faith in Lord Krishna mazboot, very strong. So, how much help we are all getting, you can see. Multiple help we are getting from various ways. In this way, so real strength is spiritual strength. Okay, now let us go ahead. Okay. Here you see Narada is instructing Dhruva. He is a Rajkumar. So this is the duty of Guru. Guru should give clear-cut instructions how to attain Krishna. Hmm. And those instructions he has to give according to Desh, Kal, Patra. For example, when Prabhupada went to the West, he wrote his books. Now, instead of giving the example of chariot of the body, because Prabhupada thought most people don't go to offices in chariots nowadays. So he gave the example of car and driver. So soul is like driver and body is like. So the Guru knows how, according to Desh Kala Patra, give the Shastras in a way people can understand. When Prabhupada spoke about Yamadutas, so in his books he wrote, the constables of the superintendent of death. He said, now who is the superintendent of death? Yamaraj. And who are the constables? Yeah. See, I was in Odisha. There's a place called Dankanel. Dankanel is close to Bhubaneswar. So one day when I went to Dankanel, they told me that, Prabhu, we have arranged a big program for you. At 11 o'clock we have to go. And 300 people are coming, they said. I said, working day, 300 people and 11 o'clock? Amazing. Where is that venue? I asked. They said, jail. They said, jail? My Lord, I have never been to a jail. I have not seen how the jail looks like. And then I asked you, so audience are thieves? He said, yes, Prabhuji. I said. So then I went to the jail entrance. The police people were sitting. So before entering, it's a lot of rigid security there, because the police will open the door and allow you entry and everything, so that nobody can run away from there. So the police people are saying, I asked, who is inside to whom I am going to give class? They said, all kinds of people. They said, who are? Somebody who indulged in rape, somebody who indulged in stealing, somebody who has murdered somebody also. All kinds of people. And he was telling, somebody has stolen. We have ranging from 3 months to 1 or 2 years. They have to be in the jail 1, 2 or 3 years like that. Somebody has done a very big thievery, then it may be little more. Somebody has raped a woman, then it may be 8 years, 10 years also sometimes. Somebody has raped a minor, it may be even 20 years also. Or somebody has murdered, then he may have a lifelong sentence also. Many different sentences, all kinds of people are there. My Lord, I have to give lecture to these guys. Then they took me inside. I was surprised. On the walls, I found Jagannath pictures. Then I asked, hey, who drew this Jagannath picture, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra? The thieves only have drawn. I said, amazing. On the walls, they have done these nice paintings. They said, especially after we invited ISKCON devotees, we found a lot of transformation in these guys. Earlier, we had a big difficulty managing them because amongst them, they used to fight like anything. Now, your ISKCON devotees start the chanting. Now, they have become very, very cool now. They were saying evening, they sit in circles and they do japa. And, yeah. So every month we have a 3-hour program. They said every month. So ISKCON devotees gave them a gift of Bhagavad Gita also. So some guys are reading, some guys are chanting, and some guys are drawing. Now it has become very easy for us to maintain now. These guys, at least they don't hurt each other, and we can keep them under control. So it's very helpful, we found. Therefore, we have made this program regular, they said. Anyway, when I went and sat, all the guys came and sat, and there were some Mataji thieves also. Mhm. They were around 15, 20 of them. Out of 300, they were about 20, and rest of the guys were there. So in the beginning, I did Hare Krishna Kirtan. The Matajis were saying Ulukal, they were doing, no? That Uluk Dwani, no? No? They were doing that. I was amazed, am I in Mayapur or where am I? So it was a very amazing experience. So I was wondering, generally when I am doing Kirtan, I will decide the topic, what to speak. Because when you look at the audience, you get some idea what I can speak to these fellows. So when I looked at them, some of them had kumkum chandan also, some of them. I asked one of the thieves, how did you wear chandan? He said, Swamiji, aarayam bola unhone. Because Swamiji is coming, I have to wear kumkum and show. I am also dharmic. So I thought of then I spoke on the topic of Ajamil Katha. Full Katha of Ajamil, I spoke to them. After the lecture was over, one thief raised the hand. And then he said, I have a question. I asked, what is your question? He said, Yamudut hai kya? What is the proof? Uska proof kya hai? Like that he asked. Then all the guys clapped hands. Because why they clapped hands? Because among them also one intelligent fellow is there. You know? They thought now Swamiji is checkmated now. He cannot answer the question of our man. They thought like. Then I asked him, देखो चोरी करता है कोई तो पुलिस पकड़ता है ना? I asked him. हाँ हाँ इस तरह तुम पाप करते हो यमदूत पकड़ते हैं. हाँ सही बोला he said. Then you understand. पुलिस अभी आ जाते हैं, यमदूत मृत्यु के समय आते हैं. Neither I told him. He immediately understood. So how I spoke this, because Prabhupada says Yamadutas are constables of the superintendent of death. What a beautiful word Prabhupada is using is, because constable, when you say, immediately what comes to your mind? Policeman. And superintendent of death is like the DSP. Correct, na? Immediately. So Prabhupada's books, that's the beauty of his books. He writes a language which even Western people can understand. A very secular, beautiful language. Imagine you go to the Western people and you talk about Yamaraj or Yamadutas and all, it look like some Hindu god and difficult for people to accept. The Western world, you should know how to present it in a fashion that they can comprehend. Correct, no? Like Brahma is wearing a mukut. Prabhupada says, helmet, he says. In India, helmet means people think of something else. Correct, no? But for mukut, we understand what is mukut, but they can't understand. For them, he's writing, you're wearing something to wear on the head. Prabhupada is very intelligent. He says, Brahma is the first engineer of the universe, he says. Then everybody understand, okay, this is a fellow who created all the 14 planetary systems and, posted all the living entities. Immediately you can comprehend, So, in this way, clear-cut instructions according to Desh Kal Patra, that's very important. Like one or two senior citizens came to one flat where Prabhupada was having a temple like this kind of hall, and altar was there. So Prabhupada was doing kirtan and many devotees were dancing and everything. After Prabhupada's lecture, these two gentlemen came from India and said, Swamiji, outside board is put Hare Krishna temple. We came inside, but it is just a house. You guys are sitting in a house, but outside we saw there is no Gopuram. Where is the Gopuram? They were asking. Prabhupada said, see, Gopuram is there or not, what should happen in the temple is happening here. Correct, no? See, when you go to temple, what do you need? Krishna Darshan. Then you need Krishna Shiksha. So we have books available for you, spiritual books. Then Krishna Bhakta Sangha. When you read the books, you get questions. There should be somebody to answer your question. So Krishna Bhakta Sangha is also there. Then Krishna Nam, we are giving Japamala to everybody. Everybody is chanting Hare Krishna. Then Krishna Prasad. We are distributing Prasad. So Prabhupada asked them, do you agree that what should happen in any temple is happening here? They said, yes. Then What's the problem? Still Swamiji said, what about the Gopuram? Prabhupada, you guys, you don't do anything, and if somebody is doing something, you come to criticize, like that Prabhupada said. Huh? Why didn't you do something? Huh? You are coming and sitting in America with your son and grandson. Huh? Why don't you come and join me? Huh? Help out. You are foolishly paying attention to details, but you are not seeing the principle being followed. Huh? So Prabhupada, according to Desh Kalapatra, he knew. And then Prabhupada said, look at this flat, look at the neighbor's flat. The neighbor's flat is a place where people watch TV, smoke, drink, huh, and enjoy life like that. That is a place for sense gratification. Whereas this is a place for self-realization. Huh. And that is a place where people are selfishly thinking about their own enjoyment. And this is a place where we are thinking about how to please Krishna. And this is temple, because temple is a place where all bhaktas come together to please the Lord, huh, by chanting, dancing, doing everything. So Prabhupada was very evolved, highly evolved in his realization of how to, hand over the vast oceanic scriptures, which are vast and grave also, huh, in a way that modern people can comprehend. So that's why it's the Guru's duty. Like Narada told Dhruva, my dear boy, go to the Madhuvan forest. It's a sacred place. And there you make a murti of Krishna. And, daily you bring some flowers and fruits and offer, according to whatever is available in the jungle. Huh? You may not be able to get a particular flower or fruit, but whatever is available, you can offer. Desha Kala Vibhaga with, he says. According to time, place, circumstance, whatever best worship you can do, you can do. Like sometimes we go on travels. Like in a train, we go on travel, and we cannot attend Mangalarti like we can do in the temple. So I carry Radha Vrindavan Chandra with me. I have a beautiful picture of Radha Vrindavan Chandra. I put them in the corner. I give them a small asana for sitting, and you put them. And then the long birth, we can offer obeisances there, and then you do Mangalarti there. Whatever best is possible to do there, correct now? So, because the principle is we have to devote our time and energy and attention to the Lord, huh? Whether you are in a train or in a bus or in the temple. This way he gives instructions, you see, cut, all the beautiful instructions. He gave him a mantra. He told him to worship a deity. So he gave Om Namo Bhagavate. So we are given Hare Krishna mantra. He told him to make a deity of Krishna and worship. We also have a deity. He got mantra and murti. We also got mantra and murti. And he got instructions, and Prabhupada has given us the seed of instructions. Everything is there now. We just have to implement. That's all. Dhruva implemented, and we are also making a small beginning now. In this way, Dhruva accepted the instructions and executed them with sincerity and determination by going to the forest. I read that?
One should act according to the order of Krishna. This is a very important point. That order of Krishna comes through the disciplic succession from the bona fide spiritual master. Therefore, the spiritual master's orders should be taken as the prime duty of life. If one gets a bona fide spiritual master and acts according to his direction, then one's perfection of life in Krishna consciousness is guaranteed.
That's it. If you take the instructions of bona fide Guru very seriously, then you can attain perfection in this life. There is no doubt about it. See, he followed a regulated program to overcome the imaginary demands of the mind and uncontrolled senses, he says. What is the imaginary demands of the mind? That is called mental hunger. What is mental hunger? Say, for example, one day you finished your heavy prasad, lunch prasad. That also has come. What do you call that? Burp. Burp has come. No more place in the belly. At that time, somebody brings crackjack biscuits. Square biscuits with holes and salt also. In that. Crispy, isn't it? And he's just taking out 4 pieces and gives. Prabhu would like to have 4 crackjack biscuits. When you see that, your mind says, why not? Okay, Prabhu, you are so lovingly giving, I'll accept. So that is called mental hunger. Why? Because your stomach is already full. But you want to eat. So that is not for your stomach, that's for your mind. That's called mental hunger. Now, mental hunger is not only about eating. For example, say one of you boys, you got a job paying you say 60,000 per month, for example. Suddenly you got promotion, you got 80,000. Then you switched over to another company after 2, 3 years. Now you're getting 2 lakh per month, for example. Big money you're getting. Immediately the mind feels, I think it's better to take a bigger house. I think I can take a bigger car. I think I can go for a little more costly clothes to wear. Because salary has increased now. Huh? Actually, it's not that you need a bigger house. Actually, people take a bigger house and the hall is empty like a football ground. Huh? Then, then they bring TV, then they bring washing machine, and unnecessarily they increase the possessions and increase their maintenance time also, instead of keeping it simple. Correct now? So that is also what hunger? Mental hunger. Mental hunger means you literally don't need it, but you are imagining that you need it. There was one family which was living close to temple. They were coming to temple and worshipping the deities, doing lot of seva. They were very happily situated. Huh? Although, husband was drawing 45,000 rupees in those days, and monthly they were saving about 10,000 they were saving monthly. Now they got a job, which was paying them now 60,000. Huh? But in a faraway place where there is no ISKCON temple, husband discussed with wife also talked to husband, and finally they both made up their mind that we cannot afford to lose that job. It's a very good job. 15,000 extra it's giving. Now we are saving 10. So 10 plus 15 more, how much? Monthly 25,000 if you save. Quickly we can finish off our family, this thing, and then retirement we can take at 50 only. Huh? 45 or 50, and then we can give all our time to Krishna. Now let us take this job. So they went there. Now, although they were drawing, when he was drawing 60,000, the monthly saving became zero. Huh? Instead of 25,000 saving, you may wonder how. Because as soon as they went there, they felt that now that we have bigger salary, we can take a bigger house. They took a bigger house. Huh? They took a bigger car, and they started going little bit for outings, here and there, because they thought that now life is little more better. And suddenly they found the savings became practically nil. And one more mistake happened, they said, because now that they are not in touch with temple, you need some entertainment. See, temple entertainment is free of cost. You all dance in the morning, any charge for you? Then, yeah, Gaurangpur used to always say this example. There is an RG's discotheque center, very close to Radha Gopinath temple. That is also RG's, this is also RG. Used to say that. This is Radha Gopinath and that RG's is something else. But he used to tell the boys, if you go there for 1 hour, you have to pay some amount. Whereas here you can dance, we won't charge you anything. Correct? Isn't it? You used to go to this example. In temple, you get prasad, you can dance, you can sing, you can meet the devotees, and time goes very fruitfully, beneficially. You're earning bhakti sukriti. But outside entertainment is very, very costly. You go to some retreat, center, the outskirts of cities, you have like Lonavala. If man goes with his family to retreat center and returns back 30,000 gone. Yeah. Huh? You can do this, going around and all kinds of entertainment and all they do, along with children, swimming and boat and so many things. How the money went, 20, 30,000 with the family, just for a couple of days, you're gone. Rent, food, entertainment and all those things. Is it not? So these people realized that when we went far away from devotees, we lost touch with spiritual life. And due to losing touch with spiritual life, material demands increases or reduces? Increases. And in touch with spiritual life, material demands decreases. And that is how they were, even with 45,000 rupees salary, he was saving 10,000. Now, even with 60,000, he is saving nil. Then next year, they again came back. Huh? They threw away the job and came back to the old job. And the old company was happy to take them back because he was experienced fellow. So again joined back. They said, again, we will save 10,000. So that devotee was telling that once the mind and senses are very, very difficult to control. Huh? Actually, it is very, very difficult to have a facility and not take advantage of it. Like, when more money comes, mind somehow cheats you, thinking that now you should spend more. That's it. Huh? But if you want to earn more money and not spend, that is only possible if you are in strong spiritual touch. Huh? So that's what he's saying here. Follow a regulated program to overcome imaginary demands of mind and uncontrolled senses. Huh? You need regulation. You should follow a regulated lifestyle. Read that.
Without being self-controlled, without being disciplined, and without being fully obedient, no one can become successful in following the instructions of the spiritual master. And without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead.
It's a very important statement. It's called a DOS command, we call it. And D for, and O for, S for DOS command. Huh? So remember these three things: without being disciplined, without being obedient, without being self-controlled. Huh? So self-control is explained in the first verse of NOI. Achavegam, Manasavegam. That explains that. And then obedience to Guru is in 4.34. Surrender to Guru's instruction. And then without being disciplined, that discipline is explained in Yukta Hara Viharasya, Yukta Cheshasya Karmasu, Yukta Swapna Bodhasya. So four things we have to regulate: our eating, sleeping, work, and recreation. These four should be regulated, and then only discipline. If you're not disciplined in these four activities, like for example, night you don't get a sound sleep, the whole day is spoiled next day. Similarly, if you overeat, all your work is spoiled because you will go to sleep in the daytime. So regulate your eating, regulate your sleeping, and work also. There was a man who was earlier working 10 hours, then he made it 12 hours, then he made it 16 hours, 17 hours working, because company started giving him little more salary. So the company removed 5 people, and they told this man that you do the work of 5 people and we'll give you a hefty salary. Salary was very fat, but work was also fat. Correct, no? And he started working so much. And later on, his wife and son, they were very unhappy that he didn't give any time to home. So that lady used to go home to mother's home and come back and forth. She had a growing small kid. So because of not getting any time, husband-wife relationship was not so good. So one day, this fellow got a massive heart attack because of blood pressure rise, admitted in the hospital. He was in ICU. Adding insult to injury, he got the news that wife also divorced and went away. So in family friend, failure. In health friend, failure. All he has is only money in the pocket, that's all. So here is the example of how one has no regulation nowadays. So we need regulation in work also. So very simple formula is morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, and evening for family. Something like that. A family man should divide the time. So in this way, then you can be disciplined in your habits. And discipline also means following 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, reading Prabhupada books, hearing regularly. One needs discipline in these things. Basically, discipline comes from the word disciple. Disciple means you are shishya, shtachar. Hey, you tell them to come like this. Yeah. Shishtachar means some of you can move this side. They can go little near and take darshan. You all can, Prabhu, you can come little bit. You all can move this side. Some of the visitors can get darshan. You can move this barricade little bit in such a way that they can go in the front and take darshan. Yeah. So, yeah, in this way, you know the word shas dhatu. Shas means control. From that comes shastra, means weapons. Shastra means scriptures. Shishya means now Shastra means what? If somebody doesn't obey, you show the Shastra. Like police shows the gun, right? Hands up. Immediately do that, no? You can control a person with the Shastra. Like we say, word or sword. If he doesn't listen to word, then show the sword. Correct, no? So that controls the person. Similarly, Guru controls the Shishya by Shishtachar, instruction. Do this, don't do this. He says, follow the Shishtachar. Don't do Durachar, Brashtachar, Papachar, Vyabichar. Don't do these things. Follow Shishtachar. That Shishtachar also comes from Shasdhatu. You can see that. Shishya should follow Shishtachar properly. Similarly, the word Shastra, Shastra, Shishya, the word discipline comes from that, from the word disciple. In this way, he gradually ought to attain darshan of Vishnu. Read this by hearing. Okay, how to remain?
By how to remain protected in Krishna consciousness by taking shelter of Guru, by hearing and executing sadhana and seva, by hearing appropriate instructions from Guru to distinguish the right from the wrong, by making our own endeavors in the execution of the sadhana based on the guidance given by Guru, by putting proper endeavors with body, mind, and words, seva, for Guru's satisfaction and pleasure.
Yeah. See, all of you repeat these three words. Shravanam, sadhana, seva. Huh? So the first one is Shravanam. Because Shravanam gives you the blueprint. What to do. You are assimilating the blueprint that Guru wants to give you through Shravanam. Hearing proper instructions. Yesterday I told you, there are general instructions. There are specific instructions also. He may want to give you. So general instructions are given in the class. Specific instructions are given one-on-one, according to what will suit you individually. So those are the first one, Shravanam. You have to hear them, note them down, contemplate on them, how to implement it. And second one is sadhana. That means you have to make endeavor in terms of sadhana. Sadhana is what? Morning program and chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada said in the morning program, the Guru Puja and Japa, these two are very, very vital, Prabhupada said. Guru Puja and the Japa and the Srimad Bhagavatam and also the Aratis. If you have very less time, sometimes you are traveling by train at 7 o'clock or something, you have to go. Then the first thing you should do is to chant your rounds. 16 rounds you chant. If you have little time, then you can also hear Bhagavatam also. And then you can do the aratis. While traveling in the train, you can do aratis like that. So second is sadhana. So first is Shravanam, second is sadhana, third is seva. With your kaya, vacha, manasa, you should render some seva. If you do these three things, then you will be protected. Actually, you have to do sadhana, which is Dharma Sarthaka Kori, and seva is para upakar. Correct, no? But for doing sadhana and seva, you have to do Shravanam. Shravana result, because Shravanam is actually the root. If you don't do Shravanam, then neither your sadhana nor seva will go on, because you are not hearing properly. Yeah. Yes. How to execute the order of Guru?
Executing the order of Guru. Meditate on Guru's orders constantly. Especially after receiving his orders, the disciple should think about these orders constantly and not be disturbed by anything else.
Our first duty.
Our first duty is to satisfy the spiritual master who can arrange for the Lord's mercy. A common man must first begin to serve the spiritual master or the devotee. Then, through the mercy of the devotee, the Lord will be satisfied. Unless one receives the dust of a devotee's lotus feet on one's head, there is no possibility of advancement. Unless one approaches a pure devotee, he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah, Mahiyasam, Pada Rajobhishekam, Nishkinchananam, Namrinitayavat. Prahlad Maharaj told his father, my dear father, you are so materialistic. Therefore, you are so disturbed. Sada samudvigna dhyam asat grahat. See, asat grahat means holding on to the temporary things of the world which are sure to perish. And this is a sure short way of increasing your anxiety. Hold on to that which will never perish. Like hold on to Krishna's lotus feet, hold on to the holy name, hold on to the sacred scriptures, hold on to the Sangha of devotees. Then you are very intelligent, because these are amritamaya. These are imperishable commodities. Like right now, for example, say you are all sitting in a chatai now on the ground. Somebody pulls the chatai, will you be comfortable? Somebody comes, you are going to ask, Prabhu, why are you pulling it? They say, no, we are going to give you a gaddi. Oh, that's wonderful. Please take this and give me. Then very, very nice, soft gaddi they put. All of you said, thank you, very nice, Prabhu. Another 10 minutes class goes, somebody's pulling the gaddi behind. They're asking, Prabhu, what happened? They will say, probably some life members have come. In the other room, we are going to have a meeting with them. So they need the gaddis, are taking back. We will again put back the old chatai for you. They say like that. Then what you will say, Prabhuji, take chatai also, take gaddi also, let us sit on the floor only. Why floor? Because next time nobody can pull the floor. So the jiva wants permanent situation or a changing situation. That's the whole point. So, but Hiranyakashipu was actually wanting to make his material changing situation better. Sada samudvigna means His mind was always disturbed. In the material world, you will see our situation is always temporary. For example, right now you're all students now. You're going to final year, what is your anxiety? Job. I have to get placed in a job. And after you get your job, what is the anxiety? I should not be laid off. Correct? No? Okay, let us see. They don't lay you off. You have the job now. Now, for 3-4 years passed, what is your anxiety? Promotion. If promotion is not happening, you are very much worried. What's happening? There's no hike up in salary. There's no promotion, isn't it? Or many people join, 10 years have passed, your promotion is not coming, somebody else got promotion, you feel very uncomfortable. Am I incompetent? What is this? So the material world is such a place, you are constantly changing from one position to another. And in each of the position, you have a new type of anxiety. Like a child wants a toy. If parents say no, he has one anxiety. Now you will laugh at that anxiety. Hey, I don't need a toy. This fellow wants a toy. He's foolish, you may think. But as much as he has anxiety for the toy, you have anxiety at your level. Correct or not? Yeah. At every level, there is anxiety. A girl is not getting married. She's 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah. Then she's in great anxiety. She's telling her father, Papa, are you seeing or not? Huh? And Papa says, I have no time. I will try. Huh? So she's weeping. Huh? I'm not setting settlement and life properly. So when she doesn't have a shelter. Huh? Now once she gets married, is she completely happy? After marriage, she has to go to another home where she has to deal with mother-in-law, father-in-law. Huh? Correct, no? Mother-in-law is the queen of the house. Now she has become assistant now. Huh? So now earlier she thinks my mother was so loving and so much freedom she gave. And this lady wants me to become her assistant. Am I a servant maid? Huh? You have difficulty dealing with her. And the husband has his own idiosyncrasies. Huh? Some husbands, they are very unpredictable fellows. Huh? Sometimes their behavior is unpredictable. Huh? Some husbands, you put money in their hand, immediately it will spend. I saw one lady was a very responsible lady, but her husband used to spend money like water. Why Krishna brings these people together? They have to purify. They have to purify. So this Mataji will say to husband, Prabhu, let us sit together and let us make a financial plan. And he has no plan. His only plan is to spend. So then this Mataji got very purified by the husband. Huh? And she gets frustrated. So dealing with the husband, if they have opposite nature, like when they get a child, are they happy? The husband wants to be very casual and he gives all kinds of lenience to the child. And the wife wants the child to grow like Prahlad Maharaj. Become a very wonderful devotee. And the wife is crying, I want to make him a devotee, and the husband is taking him to Hollywood, Bollywood movies. So not very easy, huh? In the family. Asat grahat, holding on to temporary things you are catching, he says. Therefore, pravartante, they flourish in nefarious activities. Ashuchi vrata, impure activities, he's saying. So the material world is a place of unlimited anxieties and unique type of anxieties at different levels. Okay, somebody became brahmachari, no anxiety. Huh? He has to get service which he likes. Correct, no? Gaurang Prabhu was telling one boy, he was supposed to, when he joined, he told him to roll chapatis in the kitchen. Boy said, I'm an engineer, I have to roll chapatis. Huh? He was arguing. He said, I thought I'm going to become a preacher. Huh? Then after a couple of years, he left. And then after marriage, Gaurang Prabhu saw him rolling chapatis. Huh? He asked the boy, hey, in ashram you didn't agree to roll? Now you're rolling. He said, Prabhuji, my wife has a back pain, so I'm only rolling now. Say, huh? So he didn't get purified in ashram. When he got married, then he got purified. Actually, Krishna will arrange your purification programs somewhere. Either you agree to be purified here or you agree to get purified. Yeah. Somewhere he will purify you. Huh? And for your purification, he will send you special type of personalities who will be of different nature than you. Huh? Yeah. If you are a strict person, you will get people who are very too lenient, and then you have to deal with them. You will always keep criticizing this fellow is so lenient, he doesn't understand. And that fellow will say, this fellow is so strict, I can't understand. Both of them, and both become Krishna conscious, then they become peaceful. If you don't become Krishna conscious, sada samadvigna diyam. Diyam means intelligence. So your intelligence is going to be always disturbed if you are not going to become Krishna conscious. The beauty of Krishna consciousness is you understand what Krishna is doing. Krishna is purifying me. Therefore, I don't have to worry about it too much because the material situations cannot be set right. It's like trying to sit comfortably on a wave of a ocean. Can you sit? Like the waves are going like this. Can you sit on the top of it very peacefully? Now let me relax. Can you relax? No, if you sit there, you will drown. Huh? You cannot sit. You have to constantly swim. So material world is a place where you constantly, he says, what is that? There is one verse in Bhagavatam which says, uh, he says that uh, one by one, when the problems come, you just like a table tennis, ball comes here, you hit that. When it comes here, you hit. Like that, people are solving the problem one after another. Then they are considered as successful grihasthas because they have tackled all their problems one after another. Griheshu, bhuta dharmeshu, dukkha tantreshu, tanritaha. And then he says, kurvan dukkha pratikaram sukavan manyate grihi. He's saying, if I have successfully countered the problem which came, oh, my son has to crack this exam. He cracked it. One problem solved. My daughter is not married. Now she's married. Second solved. My business got a failure last year. This year I should at least make average earning. I got it. Then third problem. So one problem you solve, the next one comes. Then you solve the second one, the third one comes. How many of you have experience? Correct? We all have experience. That's material world. So please remember, we are in material world. So don't be shocked that too many problems are coming. Actually, problems are not coming. That means it's a strange thing. Correct? No? Problems must come. Because where are we? Yeah. Prabhupada says, danger must be there because we have put ourselves in a dangerous condition, he says. But one good news for you, if you become Krishna conscious, although there will be problems all around you, you are not going to be disturbed. Huh? You will be very free, just like a lotus is undisturbed even in the midst of kitchen. It will remain clean, pristine, pure. So one who is Krishna, because Krishna conscious devotee in heart is holding the lotus feet of Krishna and strictly adhering to the principles of Krishna consciousness. Rising early in the morning and sleeping early at night and chanting the holy name and doing. Today I was just thinking, when we went for the Harinam Sankirtan, so many boys came. There were 2, 3 boys whose kurta was completely wet. They're sticking to their body. But they are dancing ecstatically. In the front, they were going back and forth and dancing. So I was thinking, there are many people morose that the sun is very hot nowadays. On the road, they're standing. Look at their face. You feel very sorry when you look at their face. Very morosely standing and watching. But these boys are dancing in Harinam. They're blissfully smiling and jumping. And although their kurtas are, that means the people standing on the road, they are feeling the heat. And our boys are also feeling the heat. But what is the difference? Besides the heat, they are ecstatic. But the other guys are static. Correct, now? So you can see that. So because these fellows are holding on to Krishna's holy name, they are ready to ignore the, material pains and go on with their spiritual life. And if we keep doing that, as we progress in Krishna consciousness, you can see Prabhupada with a couple of heart attacks. After that, he went to America also. That goes to show how much guts, how much confidence he had in Krishna. You can see that. So the more the faith in Krishna, we will not be disturbed. Krishna says, Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkeshu Tata Mana Apamanayo Jitatmana Prashantatma Paramatma Samahita. So you conquer the dualities like Sukha Dukkha Shita Ushna Mana Apamana, all these things. And because your mind is posted in Krishna and Krishna's service, that's what he's saying. So then you will not be troubled. Yeah, you read this? Read that?
Meditate on Guru's orders constantly. Especially after receiving his orders, the disciple should think about these orders constantly and not be disturbed by something else.
Below?
This book distribution was my Guru Maharaj's purpose. He said that I have got so many temples and now in Calcutta I have got a marble temple. But I would have wished that by selling the marbles I could publish and distribute books.
Because when I'll conclude with this slide. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he had one disciple, and that disciple built a beautiful temple in Bagh Bazaar. This devotee, such a wonderful devotee, his disciple, he put his entire life savings. He didn't keep a single penny in the bank. All the money he exhausted and made this temple and told Guru Maharaj, I am giving my whole savings, everything to you, and I'm making this temple and giving. And please allow me to live in this temple in one small room. He also lived in the temple only until his whole life. So, but after this beautiful marble temple came, all the disciples, many of the, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's disciples were very happy because earlier they were living in a matha which was small and very congested, too many devotees not able to live comfortably. Now that this new temple has come with big temple, abundant rooms, facilities, everything. So then once they came and occupied this, there was a fight that I will take a bigger room, you take a smaller room and things like that. They were occupying. And they were not so much eager for going out on Sankirtan, going out on book distribution. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Agun Julbe, he said, which means, oh, there is fire in the mata, he said. What is the fire? The fire is that devotees are becoming lazy. Devotees are, see, lazy means tamoguna, crazy means rajoguna. Prabhupada said, we don't want lazies and crazies. Prabhupada says, we don't want people in rajoguna and tamoguna. We want people who are in sattva. Prabhupada said, in Vrindavan temple, we need 6 Goswami type devotees. If Prabhupada said only 6 sannyasis live in Vrindavan temple and all of them are like 6 Goswamis. He said, from Vrindavan we can reach out to the whole world, he said. So Prabhupada was always looking for sense-controlled, mind-controlled devotees who are very, very fixed up in Sankirtan, who are fixed up in Shastric study, and fixed up in sadhana, seva, and all these things. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, because this marble temple has come, these fellows are becoming lazy. Just you eat nice prasad and you just go to the room and sleep. And then the temple becomes like a facility for you to, take advantage of eating, sleeping, and wasting your human form of life and not going out on Sankirtan, not going out on distribution and everything. So that time his guru said, better take these marbles and sell and print books and distribute. So earlier what he used to do, the earlier matha, they used to have, say, half of this hall size, they had a ashram. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur would print and practically fill up the whole hall with the books. Disciples would come and say, Maharaj, हम लोग बाहर सो रहे हैं आजकल. We are sleeping outside because you have filled the ashram with books. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, sell the books, get a place so that you can stay in the ashram. So devotees would take the books and quickly go and sell. And when the hall would become half, they got some place to sleep inside. But then again, a new lot of books will come. He will fill it up. That's what he was doing before. In this way, he wanted to see everybody go out on Sankirtan. Now in ISKCON India, the going out culture has very much reduced because we are spending too much time in counseling people and preaching, preparing PPTs. We are spending too much time in indoor. But actually, if we go morning for Harinam Sankirtan today, or you go out and one party can go for book distribution. You have buses. Mayapur has 10 buses, you know that? And they have a separate Sankirtan Bhavan building they have. And because of that, Mayapur has been always ranking number 1 in the world. Imagine if your temple has 10 buses, nobody can catch you. 10 buses, each bus with 5 devotees you put and send them out on book distribution. They can practically cover India. Everywhere in India they have gone. So Pune also we have 3 buses, but you have devotees only for 1 bus. Other 2 buses, some of the devotees, they wanted to go back into preaching again. So many fellows like to preach and have their own group of people, mentor, mentees, and then my program, my people, that's nice. You are bringing them to devotion service, but along with preaching and cultivating devotees, Prabhupada's book should go out also. Prabhupada very much repeated his guru's instruction. Prabhupada said, what is the use of your 3-minute lecture? People don't understand much in that. But if the books go into their hands, they may go home and think, I have paid some money for the book, let me open and read and see what is that. Then they may read and become enlightened. So in this way, some of the desires of Prabhupada very well known are, one is book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan and Prasadam distribution. These three things put together, he used the word Sankirtan. All three are Sankirtan. So what we do in Pune, when we have daily morning 7 to 7:30 we have, but evening we have 5 to 6:30. That is run by the PDCs, Yellow Brigade. So in that sometimes 150 books also goes evening. So we distribute books. Along with that, one devotee wears that plastic cover and then distributes prasad with the hands. And we also sing the holy name. All the three forms of Sankirtan people get. Passers by can hear the holy name. They can purchase a book, take some prasad and go. So Prabhupada wanted us to promote all these three. And the fourth one you can take is a temple card. You can take. So that you can also make people come to temple. Not only they get these three things on the road, they can also come to temple and become devotees. So he wanted us. So in this way, if you are doing these kind of things, Prabhupada is very pleased because you don't have to be a big genius in the Shastra. Prabhupada didn't expect us to become very great Sanskrit scholars. But in case sitting in the temple and preaching, you are able to recruit devotees, both congregation and brahmacharis. See, we have one Suresh Prabhuji who says, Prabhuji can stand up. He's from Pune. This Suresh Prabhu now, he is a full-time Vanaprastha, he and his wife now. They're fully serving in Pune. He looks like a small, thin devotee, but very hardworking devotee. He is the one who translated all my Gitamrita Bindu 108 episodes from English to Marathi. Actually, if any of you have seen Gitamrita Bindu, it's a very difficult thing to translate because in one slide I have put lot of information, colorful pictures, lot of information. If any of you haven't heard Gitamrita Bindu, thank you, Prabhu. Gitamrita Bindu is, how did I do that? I'll tell you. When I went to Boston, one Professor Chintan was coming to temple from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So I asked Chintan sir that, sir, do you please take a copy of Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is there with me, but it is sleeping in my cupboard as it is. I'm not getting time to read, but I like to hear more, he said. Therefore, he said, one Swamiji from some other organization has made 30-minute lectures on Gita. So that is more convenient for me, he said. I said, oh, really? And then he told me, if you also make 30 minutes Gita lectures, then I'm ready to hear. Like that he said. Immediately I noted that point. During the COVID time, on the Akshaya Tritiya day, I started this 30 minutes daily for 108 days continuously. And I completed that. I used to prepare a PowerPoint for 7 hours in the day. And then evening I would do half an hour in English and half an hour in Hindi. So both Hindi and English I completed. But then many people wanted in Marathi. So those PowerPoints, Prabhuji made them into Marathi language now. So it's available now in the website. So if any of you haven't heard it, if you want to, you can go through that. They're very, you can complete the Gita 108 sittings. And they're very colorful to show to new people also we can show. But it has got 5 Acharyas commentary. It has got Sridhara Swami's commentary, Baladev Devabhushan, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Like that, multiple Ramanujacharya's commentary is also there. What I did was, I collected all the commentary and I pulled out very vital points which are very easy for people to understand, along with Sanskrit and English translation. Both I have given. So you will get all in one place. If you go to our website, radheshyam.com, there you can download it also, all the PPTs. You can download. So there are 2 things, Gita Rahasyam and Gitamrita Bindu. Gita Rahasyam is 18 chapters in 19 sittings. Because 1 sitting for introduction and then 18 sittings. And the Gitamrita Bindu is 108 sittings, 30 minutes each, like that. So in this way, Prabhuji does many services. This is not the only one. This is one of the services. What he does, you all can come this side. So in this way, he used to come and tell me, Prabhuji, give me some service. We are now retired now. Me and my wife, we want to come and, fully serve in the temple. So in this way, each of us, we want to make this kind of devotees, both congregation grihasthas and brahmacharis also. Those who are dedicated to the mission, those who have given their heart to Srila Prabhupada and Guru and this movement, such people are rare and such people are most wanted in this world. They will actually become healing cells in this world. Otherwise, we can also be some kind of devotees, just wear a tilak and kantimala and come to temple once a week with the family, or come on a festival day, Aaj ki Anand ki Jai, and you can go back. There are people like that. But if you are a dedicated, see, the bottom most people are beneficiaries. From that, beneficiary means they come to temple, they take prasad, they take darshan, and they feel very happy about themselves. I'm a pious person, wonderful person. That's the bottom line. And above them are the people who are contributors, those who at least give donation. They say, take money, don't disturb me. There are people like that. At least they give money, at least. They're good. Something they sponsor and all. And above them are committed people. Committed people means you give them a service, they will do it. You call them and tell them, we need some people for seva. Can you please come? They will come whenever you ask them. But above committed people are dedicated people. Dedicated people can lead departments. They can lead book distribution. They can lead Harinam Sankirtan. They can lead youth preaching. They can lead a gift stall. They can lead Govindas. They can lead kitchen like that. The leading people are called dedicated people. Then above dedicated people are the missionaries. Missionary people are breathing Krishna consciousness at every moment. How to reach Krishna consciousness to nook and corner, as many people as possible. They are constantly making plans in their mind how to expand the movement. They are missionaries. So who are the bottommost? Beneficiaries. Above them, contributors. Above them, committed. Above them, above them, and it becomes like a pyramid. Because as you go higher and higher, not many people will be there. But we should try to fall in one of the categories, at least above the beneficiaries, and not just remain in the beneficiary platform. Thank you very much, Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki.